Very simple to look more beautiful. And one of my patients is a kindergarten teacher, and she followed one of the simple tips, which was simply take a walk in the rising sun in the morning. And that very day when she went into school, one of her little kindergartners spontaneously said to her, "Oh, Mrs. James, you look so pretty today." So, and nothing else was different. Didn't change her hair, didn't change her makeup. It was simply she looked so fresh and her face glowed from that prana or fresh air that she breathed that morning, and increasing her circulation and getting the rising sun, which according to the natural system of medicine Ayur Veda from ancient India, it's the most life-giving force on earth is the sun, and in the morning as it's rising, it's especially life-giving. So that's one simple tip that every woman can do, and it costs nothing, and she'll look more beautiful right away.
Okay, that's one, and that's very simple. And how about the 4 others?
Well, another really important beauty tip has to do with sleep. Now, we've all heard that you have to get your beauty sleep, meaning, enough sleep. But Ayurveda goes a step further, and it says that if you begin your sleep early in the evening, your sleep will be more deep and rejuvenating, and you'll look fresher and feel great in the morning. And the magic hour is not midnight, like for Cinderella, but actually 10 p.m., 10 o'clock, that you need to be in bed with your lights out, and then you have this deep, restful sleep. And in fact, scientific research is validating this, and it's discovered that if you're asleep for 6 hours before your body temperature is at its lowest, which is around 4 or 4:30 in the morning, then your sleep is more efficient. So this is built on firm science, even though it's a 5,000-year-old bit of wisdom. And simply go to bed early. And most women find that they indeed get to sleep more easily, and they sleep more deeply. And you won't believe it when you look in the mirror in the morning. You'll just look so much fresher.
And that's cheap too.
It costs nothing.
So now we got 3 left.
Okay. Another one is a magic spice. And it's getting a lot of press these days because it's been discovered to be antioxidant and to be pro-immune supporting, and many, many other uses. Anti-inflammatory also, anti-cancer also. It could go on and on. And that spice is an orange colored, we know it as a powder, that's found in Indian curries. And it's called turmeric. And that spice is extremely good for the liver and therefore for the skin, because our liver is cleansing our blood, and our blood is supplying our skin. And if our liver is all filled with toxins and impurities, then the blood is impure, and it tends to come out through the skin. In fact, the skin and the liver have many of the same enzymes and chemical processes. So to make your skin beautiful, you have to purify your blood and your liver. And turmeric is the best spice for that. You can add a little bit of this powder to all your food during the day, and your skin will be clearer, and you'll be less prone to age spots and all sorts of other kinds of things we don't want on our skin.
Okay, so 2 left.
Okay, so one other very simple thing that everybody can do has to do with moisturizing the skin with certain types of vegetable oils. And in fact, Sophia Loren stated that one of her beauty secrets was what she called an olive oil bath. And Ayurveda says if we rub this oil, either olive oil or sesame oil, into the skin every day before we take a shower, we rub it in all over. We rub it in with circles over the joints and up and down strokes over the long parts of the body. We use the flat of the hand, so we're really rubbing the oil in. That it increases circulation to the skin and purifies the skin, and we will look fresher and more beautiful. And indeed, I recommend it. I notice it in people around me when they do the massage or they don't do the massage. They just glow when they do the massage.
That's amazing, and that's not expensive either.
No, it costs nothing.
So the fifth and last one.
The fifth and last one is to meditate, to take the stress out of your nervous system. Stress in the nervous system is what causes those furrows between the brows. It causes the frown lines and the worry lines in the forehead. And we can get rid of those, or at least slow down their development by relaxing the nervous system very deeply. Now, I recommend and practice the transcendental meditation technique, and research has shown that it's very effective at reducing stress and anxiety, and it's very simple and easy to do. You do need to learn from a qualified instructor, and there is a course fee, but they do have certain scholarships and payment plans, and they really try to make it available to as many people as possible.
Amazing. That's easy and with no pain. There is another thing that you also addressed during your touring here, and that is women and menopause. That is a sensitive question, and for many women also a terrifying time in their life. Is there anything that Ayurveda says that can ease the effects of the menopause so that women don't have to take estrogen, for instance?
Yes, estrogen has been found in research taking it to increase risk of heart disease and strokes and clots and also breast cancer. So hormones are best avoided if possible. And Ayurveda, this natural medicine, teaches us that if the body is basically balanced before this change happens, then one will go through that change more easily. And that really means, getting enough sleep, eating wholesome organic food, lots of fruits and vegetables, drinking plenty of pure water, reducing your stress. When you go into menopause with a body that's basically healthy and in balance, then that transition is easier. And our bodies are really meant to make that transition. We're not meant to fall apart just because our estrogen drops, This is a protective mechanism for us. And if we're in balance and treat our body well, then it will go through that shift much more easily.
And it's also said from some people that menopause is not negative for the woman.
No, not at all. In fact, it's not so easy on the body to have this loss of blood every month, or even, heaven forbid, if the woman would get pregnant at 75. I mean, that would be very impractical, very unhealthy. So it's just time at that point to spare the body the rigors of monthly cycles and of pregnancy and delivery. It's just time to go to a different phase where a woman is free from that kind of process every month. And in fact, the hormonal shift also frees her mind quite a bit and her emotions, and she becomes more able to be very big thinking and also very spiritual. She doesn't have to take care of people and be so focused on every other person. She can put more attention on herself and what she wants to give to the whole world.
So finally she can take care of herself.
Exactly.
Instead of everybody else.
Yeah.
But there is also a say that it's the wisdom of menopause we tend to go into.
Mm-hmm.
Is that anything that is supported by Ayurveda?
Yes, it says that naturally around 50 or so, when children are grown and families' responsibilities have tapered down, that it's a natural time for the woman, as well as her spouse, if she has one, to become more spiritual and put more attention on her own inner development, her own personal development. And also, if she's a woman of the world, to give in a generative way and a nourishing way to more people throughout the world, and bigger gifts than just to her children. She can now give in other ways.